What if everything you've been told about aging is wrong? What if getting older isn't just natural, but actually the result of your cells slowly losing a battle they were designed to win? Because right now, scientists are uncovering something wild, plants that don't just slow aging, but actually help your cells behave like they're younger again. We're talking about compounds that protect your DNA, rebuild your skin from the inside out, and even activate the same longevity genes linked to extended lifespan. And here's the craziest part. Some of these are sitting in your kitchen right now. One was even studied by NASA for its effects on accelerated aging in space. And another has been shown in lab studies to extend lifespan by up to 30%. So why is nobody talking about this? Today, we're breaking down 20 powerful plants that could completely change how you think about aging. And trust me, some of these will surprise you. Most people think aging is just time catching up to you. Wrinkles, low energy, brain fog, it's all treated like an unavoidable countdown. Something you just have to accept. But that's not actually what's happening. Aging isn't just about how many years you've lived, it's about what's happening inside your cells every single day. Your DNA is constantly being damaged. Your mitochondria, the tiny engines that power your body, start breaking down. And your cells slowly lose their ability to repair themselves. That's what aging really is, damage, and the body failing to fix it fast enough. But here's where it gets interesting. Your body already has built-in systems designed to fight all of this. Systems that repair DNA, clean out damaged cells, and even reset parts of your biology back to a more youthful state. The problem? For most people, those systems are turned down, or completely inactive. And that's where plants come in. Because certain plants contain compounds that don't just support health, they actually switch those systems back on. They tell your cells to repair faster, to protect themselves better, to behave like they did years, sometimes decades, earlier. And the first one on this list? It's been doing exactly that for over 4,000 years, while most people drink it without even realizing what it's really doing. That drink? It's green tea. And most people have no idea what it's actually doing inside their body. Because this isn't just some healthy beverage, it's one of the most powerful cellular defense systems ever discovered. Green tea is loaded with a compound called EGCG, an antioxidant so potent that scientists have been studying it for decades. But here's what makes it different. It doesn't just protect your cells. It trains them. EGCG activates your body's own internal defense systems, the ones responsible for fighting damage, repairing DNA, and slowing down cellular breakdown. In simple terms, it tells your body to start acting younger again. And it goes even deeper than that. As you age, your telomeres, those protective caps on your DNA, start to shrink. When they get too short, your cells basically stop functioning properly. That's when aging really accelerates. But studies have shown that regular green tea drinkers tend to have longer telomeres, meaning their biological age is actually younger than their real age. Let that sink in. We're not talking about feeling better. We're talking about aging slower at the cellular level. And it doesn't stop there. Green tea has also been shown to reduce sun damage, improve skin elasticity, and even help reverse some visible signs of aging. So while most people are casually sipping it, their cells are quietly getting a full-scale upgrade. But here's the thing. Green tea mainly protects and activates what's already there. The next plant on this list. It goes a step further. It doesn't just support your cells. It starts rewriting how they function entirely. That plant? It's turmeric. And calling it a spice might be the biggest understatement of all time. Because inside that bright yellow powder is a compound called curcumin, and it doesn't just influence your body, it controls it at a genetic level. We're talking about a substance that scientists have found can interact with over 700 different genes. Think about that for a second. Most supplements target one thing, maybe two. Curcumin hits hundreds of pathways at once, aging, inflammation, brain health, cellular repair, all of it. And one of the biggest targets. Something called inflammaging. That's the slow, chronic inflammation happening inside your body right now, quietly damaging your cells, your organs, even your brain. It's one of the main reasons people age faster than they should. But curcumin shuts that down. Not just slightly, it's been shown to rival some pharmaceutical anti-inflammatory compounds, without the same side effects. And that's just the beginning. Curcumin also activates longevity genes like SIRT1, the same ones triggered by calorie restriction, one of the most proven methods for extending lifespan. Except here's the difference. You don't have to starve yourself to activate them. Then there's your mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells. As they break down, your energy drops, your cells weaken, and aging speeds up. Curcumin helps protect and restore them, essentially keeping your cells running like they used to. And maybe the most mind-blowing part. It helps clear out what scientists call zombie cells. These are damaged cells that don't die, but instead sit there releasing toxic signals that age everything around them. Curcumin helps your body remove them. So instead of decay spreading, your system starts cleaning itself up. And suddenly, aging doesn't look so inevitable anymore. But here's where things get even more interesting. Because the next plant wasn't just used for health. It was so powerful, ancient emperors tried to keep it for themselves. That root? Ginseng. And for centuries, it wasn't just another herb, it was controlled. Reserved for emperors. Guarded like treasure. Sometimes even worth more than gold. Because people didn't just believe it helped you live longer. They believed it could restore youth itself. And now, science is starting to understand why. Ginseng is packed with compounds called ginsenosides, and these things don't just boost energy like most people think. They reset how your body handles stress. And that's a big deal. Because chronic stress is one of the fastest ways to age your body. It raises cortisol, damages your cells, disrupts your hormones, and slowly wears down your system from the inside out. But ginseng does something different. It stabilizes that entire response. Instead of your body constantly running in survival mode, it brings it back into balance. And when that happens, everything changes. Your energy improves. Your focus sharpens. Your body starts repairing instead of just reacting. But it goes even deeper than stress. Ginseng directly supports your mitochondria, the same cellular engines we talked about earlier. And when those are working properly, your cells don't just survive. They perform like they used to. That's why studies show improvements in physical stamina, mental clarity, and even immune function in older adults taking ginseng. It's not a temporary boost. It's your body functioning at a higher level again. And then there's the visible side. Ginseng has been shown to stimulate collagen production, improve skin elasticity, and reduce wrinkles. So it's not just working internally. You actually see the difference. This is why it earned the nickname, root of immortality. Not because it makes you live forever, but because it helps your body remember how to function like it's younger. And just when you think that's impressive, the next plant on this list has been alive for over 270 million years. And somehow, it's still helping humans fight aging today. That plant? Ginkgo. And it's not just old, it's ancient. We're talking about a tree species that has survived for over 270 million years, outlasting mass extinctions, climate shifts, and events that wiped out almost everything else on Earth. So the question is, what does it have that allowed it to survive that long? Because whatever that is, scientists believe it might help us slow aging too. Ginkgo leaves are packed with powerful compounds, flavonoids and terpenoids, that target one of the biggest problems in aging. Declining blood flow. As you get older, circulation to your brain and body naturally decreases. Less oxygen. Less nutrients. Slower repair. And that's why studies show improvements in memory, processing speed, and mental clarity in older adults. It's like restoring fuel flow to an engine that's been running dry. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Ginkgo doesn't just improve circulation, it protects your cells while it does it. Its antioxidants help defend against the constant damage happening inside your body every day. And some research suggests it may even help protect your telomeres, the very thing that determines how fast your cells age. So now you've got better blood flow, plus better protection. That's a powerful combination. And it doesn't stop at the brain. Ginkgo supports eye health, skin protection, and overall cellular function across your body. Which makes sense. Because a tree that survived hundreds of millions of years probably knows a thing or two about staying alive. But here's the twist. As powerful as this ancient plant is, the next one isn't rare at all. In fact, it's been sitting in kitchens, bathrooms, and grocery stores for years. And most people still have no idea what it's really capable of. That plant? Actually, it's two. And together, they hit aging from both the outside and the inside. First, aloe vera. You've probably seen it in skincare products, maybe even used it for sunburn. But what most people don't realize is this plant doesn't just soothe your skin, it reprograms it. Aloe goes deep. It penetrates beneath the surface and activates fibroblasts, the cells responsible for producing collagen and elastin. And here's the problem. As you age, those cells slow down. That's why skin starts to sag. Wrinkles form. Everything loses that tight, smooth look. But aloe flips that switch back on. It tells your skin to start producing those youth-building proteins again. So instead of just masking aging, it starts reversing how your skin behaves. And it doesn't stop there. Aloe also strengthens your skin's moisture barrier, repairs damage from UV exposure, and speeds up healing, all things that naturally decline over time. So while most products are working on the surface, aloe is working underneath it. But that's only half the story. Because the second plant, it works where aging actually begins. Pomegranate. And this is where things get crazy. Inside pomegranates are compounds that your body converts into something called urolithin A. And this compound does something almost no other nutrient can do. It forces your cells to clean house. Specifically, it triggers a process where your body removes old, damaged mitochondria, the same energy systems that break down as you age, and replaces them with new, healthy ones. Think about that. Your cells literally rebuild their power supply. More energy. Less damage. Better function. That's not just slowing aging. That's resetting it. And studies have shown this leads to improved muscle strength, better endurance, and stronger cellular health in older adults. So now you've got aloe rebuilding your skin. And pomegranate rebuilding your cells from the inside. One works on what you see. The other works on what you don't. And together, they attack aging from both directions at once. But here's where it gets even more surprising. Because the next group of plants doesn't look powerful at all. They're small. Common. Easy to ignore. And yet, they've been linked to actual lifespan extension. They don't look like much. No exotic names. No hype. No billion-dollar marketing behind them. But these might be some of the most powerful anti-aging foods on the planet. First, blueberries. Small, simple, and absolutely loaded with compounds that target your brain directly. These deep blue pigments, called anthocyanins, actually cross into your brain and start protecting the areas responsible for memory and learning. And here's the wild part. Studies have shown that regular blueberry consumption can slow, and even reverse, age-related cognitive decline. Not just protect, reverse. In some cases, they've even been linked to lifespan extension in lab studies. So while they seem like just another fruit, They're quietly preserving one of the most important things you have, your mind. Then there's flaxseed. Tiny. Almost invisible in your diet. But inside, a powerful mix of omega-3s, fiber, and compounds that help regulate inflammation and hormones, two of the biggest drivers of aging. Because here's the truth. Aging isn't just about time, it's about imbalance. Inflammation rises. Hormones shift. Your system slowly drifts out of sync. Flax helps bring it back. It supports your gut, reduces internal stress, and even helps maintain healthier cellular aging markers like telomeres. So again, small input. Massive effect. And then we get to something even simpler. Dark leafy greens. Spinach. Kale. The stuff most people skip. But this is where things get undeniable. Because across almost every long-term study on aging and longevity, the same pattern shows up. People who eat leafy greens regularly don't just live longer. Their biological age is actually younger than their real age. Let that sink in. Their bodies are literally aging slower. Why? Because these greens are packed with everything your cells need to function properly: vitamins, minerals, compounds that support blood flow, DNA repair, and cellular protection. It's not one magic ingredient. It's the combination. And that's the real secret. Sometimes, the most powerful anti-aging tools aren't hidden. They're just ignored. But what comes next? This one caught even scientists off guard. Because it's something most people use every day. And NASA took it seriously. That plant? Peppermint. Yeah, the same thing you throw into tea or chew for fresh breath. But behind that cooling sensation is something a lot more serious. Because peppermint contains compounds that don't just make you feel refreshed. They help protect your cells at one of the deepest levels, your stem cells. And that's a big deal. Because stem cells are your body's repair system. They regenerate tissue, heal damage, and keep everything functioning properly. But as you age, those stem cells start to wear out. They become slower, weaker, less effective. And that's when aging really starts to accelerate. But compounds in peppermint, like rosmarinic acid, have been shown to help preserve stem cell function. Meaning your body keeps its ability to repair itself longer. And that alone changes everything. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Peppermint also helps reduce oxidative stress, improve circulation, and support your body's overall recovery systems. Which is exactly why NASA started looking into it. Not for flavor, but for its potential to help protect the human body during long space missions, where accelerated aging becomes a real problem. Let that sink in. Something sitting in your kitchen, being studied for survival in space. But peppermint isn't the only one hiding in plain sight. Because time might be even more shocking. This small, overlooked herb targets something scientists call zombie cells. These are damaged cells that refuse to die. Instead, they hang around releasing toxic signals that spread damage to healthy cells nearby. They literally speed up aging from the inside out. And thyme contains compounds that may help reduce these cells, or stop them from forming in the first place. So instead of aging spreading like a chain reaction, your body starts shutting it down. Now you've got better repair from peppermint. And less internal damage from thyme. That's a powerful combination. But even that isn't the most extreme discovery on this list. Because the next plant, scientists found it could extend lifespan by up to 30%. And almost nobody saw it coming. That plant? Kudzu. And if you've ever seen it, you probably thought it was just a weed. An invasive vine. Something that grows out of control and takes over everything in its path. But hidden inside that plant is something scientists didn't expect at all. Kudzu contains powerful compounds, especially one called purerin, that directly target aging in your blood vessels. And that matters more than you think. Because your and that affects everything: your skin, your energy, your mood, even how your cells repair themselves. Kudzu contains natural compounds that gently support that balance. Not by forcing your body, but by guiding it back towards stability. And that's where it connects to another controversial plant: soy. For years, people have debated whether soy is good or bad. But here's what the research is actually showing. The compounds inside soy, called isoflavones, can help your body maintain more youthful function as hormone levels decline. They've been shown to support collagen production, improve skin elasticity, and even reduce wrinkles. So now you've got kudzu supporting your internal systems, and soy helping maintain the structure you can actually see. And suddenly, something that looked like a weed starts looking like a powerful anti-aging tool. But here's the real twist. None of these plants work alone. Because the biggest secret behind slowing aging isn't just one ingredient. It's the pattern they all share. Here's what most people miss. It's not any one of these plants that changes everything. It's what they all have in common. Because if you zoom out, a pattern starts to appear. Every single one of these plants is doing at least one of four things: reducing inflammation, protecting your cells from damage, rebuilding your internal energy systems, or helping your body maintain balance as it ages. And when those four things are working together, aging slows down. Sometimes dramatically. That's the part nobody talks about. There isn't one miracle cure. There's a system. A network of compounds working together to keep your body in a more youthful state. That's why people chasing one supplement, one trend, one quick fix almost always fall short. Because aging isn't caused by one problem. It's caused by layers of breakdown happening at the same time. And these plants, they work because they target those layers all at once. That's also why the most powerful anti-aging diets in the world, like the Mediterranean diet or traditional Asian diets, aren't built around one superfood. They're built around combinations. Color. Variety. Consistency. It's not about doing something extreme. It's about giving your body the signals it needs, every single day, to stay in repair mode instead of decline mode. And once you understand that, you stop seeing food as just fuel. You start seeing it as information. Instructions your body follows. Instructions that can either speed up aging, or slow it down in ways most people never even realize are possible. And that's where everything changes. So when you really think about it, aging isn't just something that happens to you. It's something happening inside you, every single day. Every choice you make is either speeding it up, or slowing it down. And the craziest part, the tools to influence it have been here the whole time. Not hidden in some lab. Not locked behind expensive treatments. But growing in gardens, sitting in kitchens, waiting to be used. Now you know. The question is, what are you actually going to do with it? Because knowing this and ignoring it, that's how nothing changes. But applying even a few of these, that's where things start to shift. Your energy, your skin, your focus, your body as a whole. So I'm curious. Which one of these surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you're starting to see aging a little differently now, make sure you hit subscribe. Because what we're diving into next might completely change how you think about health altogether.